Hi, this is Wendy Hearn. With Facebook revealing that less of your fans are going to see your Facebook posts, and that in order to get more fans to see more of your posts, you will have to pay for advertising, I'm going to share with you in this video what you need to consider for your business, including how to keep control of your business and not let Facebook control it, how this could be a good opportunity for you as a small business, why I think as a small business you can still do just as well, if not better, than the big brands with their big budgets, how you can still use Facebook and get business results, what else you need to do to safeguard the fan base you've already built, and the best tool for running your ads effectively, getting the best prices and getting the best results. Change with Facebook, I think, is inevitable. The same as any other social media platform, and probably just about any online activity that you can do to promote your business. It seems as if change is always around the corner. Now, I appreciate that can be really frustrating. These changes come in either at a time where you're just starting to get the hang of how to use Facebook, or it's working really well for you. And it's like, bam, another change comes and hits you. It just feels like a little bit more to learn, something else to change or do differently. But I think there's one thing that's guaranteed, and that is that there will always be changes. So you need to decide if you are willing to keep up with these changes, embrace that change will happen, or is keeping up with them just too much for you? If it is, then you might want to get somebody else to help you with this, teach you it, or even take it over completely. Overall, I feel you need to accept that change is about the only thing that happens constantly with online marketing. And you need to decide, are you willing to embrace that change or not? Losing reach for your Facebook posts might be a good opportunity in disguise. Let me explain. I do appreciate that now Facebook may show your posts to less of your fans. It's frustrating. I absolutely appreciate that. But here's where I think there might be an opportunity. When you make a Facebook post, Facebook decides who will see that. They base it on their algorithm as to who likes and comments and shares. They choose which of your fans get to see your post. Now, I think for quite a long time we've all been reasonably happy that that's happened for free, and we've gone along with it. Now they're saying we may have to pay for some of our posts to be shown to our fans. But I think that in itself could be a good opportunity, because it puts you as the business, as the owner of your Facebook page, it puts you back in control of who sees your posts. Now, you'll probably still want to be doing some organic posts, those posts that you just leave down to Facebook to show to whoever they think, and there is no cost. Let's say you've got a post that you really want either all of your fans to see, or perhaps a specific segment. Say there's a part of your Facebook page perhaps based on age or gender or occupation or geographical location. Perhaps there's a specific part of your fan base that you want to see a specific post. So let's just assume you were doing an event or a promotion, and it's in the UK only, but your fan base has fans from all over the world. When you leave it down to Facebook to show it for free, they show it to whoever they think. Now that you may have to pay for that post to be promoted, you can now choose exactly who you want to see it. So you don't need to clutter up your news feed with posts about something that's going on in the UK or is only female related, for example. You can just advertise that particular post to that fan base. You're back in control and you can be sure that they've seen your post. Whereas when we just post and we rely on Facebook's organic feed, they're choosing, not you. Some facts about why your business might want to use Facebook. Again, perhaps you're considering using Facebook or thinking of continuing it, or do you deal with any changes that have come up? So here's some facts about why you might want to consider that Facebook could be a great marketing tool for your business. It has a massive user base, over 1 billion users. That's 1 in 7 of the worldwide population has a Facebook account. So there are a massive amount of people on there. Where else could you possibly get to reach that many people? Now, admittedly, you probably don't need billions of customers, but it gives you a really broad base to market your business. Facebook has a very active user base, extremely active. In fact, 23% of users log on to Facebook at least 5 times a day. And even the median use of Facebook is 4 times a day. So people are used to regularly checking in there. They want to keep an eye on things that are happening. Also, for the prospects, customers, those people who are likely to buy from you, Facebook may be a great way to connect with them. After all, 80% of social media users like to connect with brands on Facebook. So it could be that your target market would expect you to have a Facebook page. Now, I'm not suggesting that you have to have one because they expect it, but I would say it's a consideration as to whether you do have a Facebook page and how well or how much you use it. Is Facebook the right tool for promoting your business? Now, this is a question you need to be asking yourself fairly regularly. It could be that you're just starting to use Facebook or thinking of it. Perhaps you've been using it for a while, or you're facing some of these changes that are coming up. You need to know, is Facebook the right or one of the best tools to use in your business? So how will you know if it could be the right tool? One of the things you need to consider is, are your target market, your audience, those people who are most likely to buy from you, are they on Facebook? Do they use Facebook regularly? If they are, then Facebook could be a really great way to reach them. That's the next point. How easily can you reach your target market and audience on Facebook? Some markets are going to be harder to reach on Facebook than others. For some industries, Facebook might be just about one of the only ways that you can actually reach that market. So you need to decide for your business, is your target market on Facebook? There's a good chance they could be. And actually, can you reach that target market easily? If you can, then Facebook may be a great tool for you to use, or it may be one of the best. If they're not on there and you can't reach them easily, or you've tried before and it's just not working, then perhaps it's time to move from Facebook. Get over the emotional stuff. Now, I do appreciate with these recent changes that emotions are running high to a degree. Facebook was something that we had for free, that as a business we could use for free, and now they're saying you might have to pay for your ads so that your posts are seen. And that can feel tough to take on board. I absolutely appreciate that. But what you need to do is you need to understand that quite a bit of that is emotional stuff. And you need to get over that. Choosing to use Facebook or not, and choosing to use their ads or not, needs to be based on a business decision. And that ultimately is the results that it brings. You may not like the changes Facebook have made. You may not agree with them. You may think they've done themselves a lot of harm. But lots of these things are feelings, emotion-based thoughts. And you need to focus on the factual parts. What could it do for your business? How could it help your business? So bottom line, what are the results it can or does drive for your business? It's well worth getting over the emotional stuff. Will big brands with big budgets take over Facebook now? I understand there are concerns from small business owners that now, with having to pay for posts to be seen in the news feed, the concern is because big brands have the larger advertising budget that they will be able to afford to do this, and us small business owners won't. I don't agree. I think as small business owners we actually have massive advantages, particularly in social media, over big brands. And primarily I think that's because we are closer to the end user, we're closer to our fan on our Facebook page, we're closer to our clients and prospects. I think we can get a better feel for what's being said or not being said. We can take a look at some feedback and decide to do something about it quite quickly. I don't see, and I don't feel, that many big brands have this sort of feedback mechanism in place. Whoever is handling their social media is often too many steps removed from someone who needs to make some changes or make some decisions. And I feel they miss out big time on that. Whereas us small business owners, I feel that's a major benefit. We're there, we're much closer, we can respond quicker, we can act quicker, we can make changes quicker. So okay, they may have more money to invest in advertising, but as a small business owner, I think we can still use that advertising with much smaller budgets and generate much better results from it than they ever can. Yes, the big brands may win with regards to the budget they have to spend on their advertising. Us as small business owners, I believe, can win with regards to the engagement, learning from social media. And that's what we need to focus on. What are the benefits that we as small business owners can get from social media that particularly the big brands can't get and that we can use to our advantage? Facebook never has been free. Okay, it's often talked about as a free platform, a free social media site that we can use to promote our business. And yes, it has been free in the respect that so far you haven't had to specifically pay Facebook anything to do anything on their site. Now they've revealed you may have to pay for some of your posts to be seen. That feels as if it's changed. But actually I don't feel it has changed at all. You know, Facebook has always had a cost associated with it. Primarily that's a time cost. So whether it's your personal time or you're paying a social media management company to do it, there is a time cost involved. And I think now that they're going to be charging for your post to be seen by more users, actually will make people sit up and realise that there has been a cost up until now, and have they even considered whether they're getting a return on that cost? It's too easy to think it only takes a little bit of my time. But you still need to get a return on investment for that time. That time has to be worthwhile. And I think when you start having to pay for it, then you start to consider it more. You start to realise that this needs to work for me. It needs to work for my business. It needs to start producing results. So let's just assume that your hourly rate for whatever it is you do is, let's say it's £25 an hour. So let's say you would normally spend, I'm going to keep this simple, you perhaps wouldn't spend, no, let's say you spend 2 hours a week on Facebook. So effectively it's costing you £50 per week to run your Facebook page. That's aside from perhaps any images or anything else you needed to buy. Let's just purely stick to the time cost. So effectively it's costing you £50 per week, because in those 2 hours you couldn't work in your business earning. So it's costing you £50 a week, effectively £200 per month. Is your Facebook generating the results to make that a worthwhile investment? If it's not, then you need to look at what you're doing and what you can change. But if it is, let's say you are getting a return on that investment, whether it's small or quite good. Now just imagine if you paid to advertise some of those posts and hence increased your costs, say from the £200 time cost, added, let's say, £100 for the advertising, so you actually brought your costs up to £300, but now you're paying for the advertising, those posts are reaching many, many, many more of your fans, whereas it might have been 10 to 16% and dropping recently, perhaps you're able to reach 50 or 60% of your fans. Now, if you were able to get a return from the £200 time cost, could it be that you would get an even better return when it's the £200 time cost plus £100 advertising? So I actually think that Facebook charging for our posts to advertise to our fans could be a really good opportunity to take Facebook seriously as a marketing tool for your business and a way to get results. It may be that final thing that gets you focused and realising that you actually need to find a way to make it work for you. Don't let Facebook control your business. These recent changes may feel as if Facebook have the control, and to a degree they have. It's their platform, they can do what they like, and it can feel that us as Facebook page owners are just on the receiving end of it. But it doesn't have to be like that. You can take back control. You can use Facebook as a platform the way they want it to be used, and know what you want to achieve out of it from your business, and then find a way for that to happen so that you are back in control of your business. It's still about quality content and fan engagement. Even with the changes that Facebook are making to advertising your posts, quality content and fan engagement is going to be the key. They are going to be the two things that help you to get your posts into the news feed of your users, but also where you would need to be focusing anyway if you are advertising, because that's going to be a key to making advertising successful. So I think if there's one great thing that can be learned from these recent Facebook changes, it's that you really need to be focusing on the quality content and fan engagement. If you wouldn't be willing to pay for your post to be shown to your users, do you need to question whether that post is a worthwhile one to make anyway? What do you want your Facebook page to achieve for your business? You need to be clear about this. When you are really clear about specifically what you want your Facebook page to achieve for your business, then you will know better whether Facebook is the right tool for you, to stick with it when changes happen, and or to know whether you want to use ads to help promote your business. So I encourage you to spend even just a little bit of time and think, what is it you specifically want your Facebook page to achieve for you? Here's a clue. It's not about getting lots and lots of likes. It's about what you want it to achieve beyond those likes. What does getting those likes mean for your business? That's where you need to focus and know what you want to achieve from your Facebook page. Use Facebook as one step in your marketing. Now, what I mean by that is basically marketing takes people from getting some awareness about you, your product, your service, and moving them through the process to being ready to buy. Now, for some businesses, that's just a one step. They would see or come across your product or service and buy it, probably almost sort of on impulse, or they know they want to buy it and they'll perhaps buy it next week or next month for whatever reason, but they're actually ready to buy. Then there are other industries where there will be more of a process before. More things would need to happen before they finally buy from you. Now, Facebook can be a great tool to use in one or even more steps in that process. And basically, I mean by that, Facebook could be used as a tool, a funnel, to bring people into part of that process, that part of that buying process. So consider how you can use Facebook as one or more of the steps in that buying process that your target audience need to go through with you. It's about results. Using Facebook is just a tool. The real value is how that tool can help you to achieve the goals you want to achieve for your business. How is it helping you to get business results? And that's where your focus needs to be. Forget the emotional stuff. Focus on the bottom line. What results are you getting using Facebook? Or what results do you want to get from using Facebook? Now focus on those and work out how you can get those results. Monitor your results and continually improve on them. Whether you've been getting great results, mediocre results, or not quite enough results so far with Facebook, it's those results you need to focus on. Start monitoring them. Know exactly what's working, what's bringing you the results. And now that they're encouraging you to use paid ads more, just imagine how you could increase those results using their advertising. Little increases, little changes, little improvements can make all the difference, especially with tools like Facebook. It's very easy to think, oh, it's not working for me, it's not working for my business. Usually it can and does work for most businesses. The difficulty is often finding the way to get it to work. So know the results you want, focus on those, monitor them, know what's bringing the results, and look to continually improve on those so that you're getting better and better results. Facebook advertising, not just a cost, it could be a worthwhile investment. Now that Facebook have said that we may need to pay for more of our posts to be seen by our target audience, I realise this can be quite tough for many businesses to take on board. You look at it, you had a free platform, it didn't cost you anything. Well, actually it did, because it cost you time, but I'm not going to go into that at the moment. It appeared to be a free platform. Now they are saying you've got to pay for it. And the thought is, that's going to cost my business. But what if, instead of it being a cost to your business, it is actually an investment that gives you a return? So rather than feeling, oh, I have to spend $10, because it's often quoted in dollars, I have to spend $10 now to promote this post. How could that, instead of it being a cost to your business, be an investment that you look to get a return on? Yes, I appreciate it is going to be money going out. But with some thought and planning, that could become an investment in your business with returns, not just a cost that you're having to pay out. Use Power Editor for your ads. Now that Facebook have revealed we need to pay for more of our users to see our posts, I think the biggest mistake the small business owners will make is they will see the option to promote their post or boost their post. They'll see that option against the post and it looks like the most obvious thing to use, so they use that one. Now, my suggestion is you avoid that one completely. First of all, it tends to be very expensive. I've heard I have to say I've never used it, but I've heard lots of people say the results they get are very poor with it. Now, let me explain why the results could be poor and what you can do better. When you click the Promote Post button, it also promotes to friends of your fans. Now, it might be that you only want that post to go to your fans. So using the Promote Post button actually sends it to more people than you may want it to go to, and hence it pushes your price up. So that's one thing. Secondly, you only get to set one lot of targeting to promote that post. So you click the Promote Post button and you could choose some of your targeting, perhaps age, gender, geographical location. So you can set that targeting once if you use the Promote Post button. But what if you want to target a couple of different segments of your user base because you want to see the results that you're getting? It might be that you want to target that post, so you want to promote that post to a couple of different age groups and see what results you get. Based on those results, then you might be able to fine-tune your advertising the next time round to only focus on that age group, for example. Now, going back to the option with Promote Post, where it promotes to your fans and friends of fans, for some industries, for some posts, that may work well. The only way to know, though, is to try it out. And you can't do that through the Promote Post button. You've either got to choose to use it or not. Whereas the tool that I'm recommending to you, the Power Editor, through that what you can do is you could take your post and you could then create, say, 4, 6, 8 ads with different targeting and see which gives you the best results. So you could try targeting just your fans. You could try targeting friends of fans. And then you could target by age group, geographical location. You could break down the targeting to be a lot more specific. The idea behind that is it gives you much better results to your ads. Now, the Power Editor can be accessed through the browser Chrome, and it'll take just a little bit of getting used to use, but I would say it would give you much better targeted results. And once you get used to it, it's quite an easy interface to use. Promote Post might seem to be quite easy in the respect that you just click the Promote Post button and it's done. But I would say it's not the most effective way to be running your adverts and learning from them to be targeting your next post much more effectively. Consider cross-promotion to other social media sites. Now might be a time when you want to consider getting some of your fans from your Facebook page to also be following you on other social media sites, perhaps to follow you on Twitter, Google+, connect with you on LinkedIn. Gives you an opportunity to spread your base across the social media sites so that when they make any changes, you're not feeling completely stuck. But also it gives you an opportunity to reach that user base in different ways. It might be that you have a fan on Facebook who, for whatever reason, doesn't connect with you very often through your page or engage with you, but actually when they follow you on Twitter, they do more. It may be that that's the social media site that they prefer, even if they use Facebook. But primarily, my suggestion for considering to cross-promote is to get that base spread across some social media sites. Now, you can use Facebook posts, and you might want to pay the advertising for these to encourage your fan base to follow you on different social media sites.